It started with a rule I never asked for, in a home I pay to live in, from a person who decided she was in charge. Not the university, not the landlord, not my parents, one of my own flatmates. We live 5 women under one roof, all university students. We met in our first year and decided to keep living together. For the most part, it worked. We had our differences, but that's to be expected. Then came Anna. She was never officially elected as anything, but over time she took on this self-appointed flat mom role. The one who plans the movie nights, organizes cleaning schedules, reminds you about bills. Harmless enough, until she decided she had the right to control my life outside those walls. I'm in a male-dominated course. Most of my closest friends are guys. It's not some deep mystery. It's just that our classes, projects, and hobbies align. I still made the effort to connect with my flatmates. I'd hang out with them during the day, join them for 3 or 4 nights a week of conversation, wine, movies, whatever they were into. But I'm not the makeup and celebrity gossip type. I often felt like an outsider in those moments. Awkward, nerdy, like I didn't quite belong. My friendships outside the flat made me feel like myself again. One evening, Anna confronted me. She said she felt I was prioritizing my male friends over the flat, that it was pulling me away from what she considered more important, our movie nights, or even studying. She claimed it was creating tension in the house, and then she dropped it, a curfew. Not for everyone, just for me. The rules were simple and absurd. No leaving the flat after 6 p.m. without her permission. And absolutely no leaving between 6 p.m. and 9 a.m. to see a guy. She didn't ask. She told me. I should have laughed. I should have said, no. But in that moment, I didn't want a war. I didn't want icy stares or whispered conversations in the kitchen. So I agreed, reluctantly. And immediately, I felt the weight of it. Like I'd signed away a piece of my independence. The next week was miserable. I stayed in more than I wanted, tried to blend in, tried to make her feel respected. But the truth was, it gnawed at me. I was an adult. I paid rent. I didn't answer to anyone in that flat. And yet, here I was, living like a grounded teenager, because one person decided she didn't like who I was spending my time with. Then, quietly, cracks began to show. A couple of the other girls pulled me aside. They told me they thought the whole thing was ridiculous. They even offered to cover for me if I wanted to slip out. That solidarity meant something. But I didn't want to sneak around like a thief in my own home. I told them there was no need to lie. If Anna asked where I was, they could tell her the truth. I wasn't looking for a fight, but I also wasn't going to hide anymore. So one night, I did it. I met up with a guy from my course, just a friend. We took a walk to a quieter, wilder part of campus. Our professor had mentioned you could spot rare wildlife there. The air was cool, the kind of night that makes you feel human again after too many days indoors. We talked, we laughed, we watched for movement in the trees. I was gone for maybe 2 hours. When I came back, Anna was waiting by the door. The light in the hallway felt too bright, too sharp. I tried to say something, to bridge the gap, but she cut me off. "I'm not angry," she said, her voice flat, "just disappointed." From the living room, I heard a couple of the girls stifle laughter. Anna was committed to this mom persona, even down to the cliches, but there was no humor in her face. She turned and walked away, and from that moment, she hasn't spoken to me. Now the air in the flat feels different. The silence between us is deliberate, heavy. I know she's angry, that I broke her rule, but it was never a group decision. No one else supported it. It was hers alone, and she expected me to obey. I tried to do the polite thing. I wrote her a note, apologizing for breaking the rule without speaking to her first. Not for going out, but for the lack of warning. She hasn't responded. No conversation. No thawing of the cold front. Just avoidance. I keep wondering, should I have handled it differently? Should I have sat her down, told her calmly that I wouldn't follow her restrictions, and risk the confrontation from the start? Or was I right to avoid drama until I couldn't anymore? What I do know is this: I can't and won't live in a place where one person claims the authority to dictate where I go, who I see, or when I leave my own home. I respected her feelings for as long as I could. But respect goes both ways. So here I am, in this strange limbo. I've broken the rule I never agreed to in my heart. I've apologized, even though every part of me knows I didn't do anything wrong. And still, the silence hangs. So, am I the asshole? Here's what I think. This isn't just a story about a curfew. It's about boundaries, about how easily we can give away pieces of ourselves when we're trying to keep the peace. It's about the quiet ways control can creep into your life, not through laws or contracts, but through the expectations of the people around you. It's tempting to avoid conflict, to say fine, just to make the tension go away. But sometimes, in avoiding the fight, you let someone else win a war they never should have been fighting in the first place. Anna's actions came from a place of wanting control. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was insecurity. Maybe it was a need to keep the group dynamic exactly how she liked it. Whatever the reason, it crossed a line. And you can't wait for someone like that to give you your freedom back. You have to take it. If you're listening to this and you've ever been in a situation where someone tried to police your choices, think about the moment you realized it wasn't okay. Think about the time you said, enough. And if you haven't said it yet, maybe this is your sign. So, what do you think? If you were in this flat, would you have broken the curfew? Would you have walked out that night knowing someone was waiting to judge you at the door? Or would you have played along, hoping things would smooth over? Drop your thoughts below. And if you've ever had your own flat mom moment, where someone tried to control your life without your consent, I want to hear your story. Because the more we share these moments, the more we learn to stand our ground. Your life is yours. Your time is yours. And the people who truly care about you will never try to take that away.